Last night I was talking on the phone with a friend of mine, and I was describing to her the official wintertime homesteader uniform, which includes slide sandals, of course, paired with socks, and then sleeping pants or sweats. Comfortable and stylish. So she very appropriately referred to these as Walmart pants. I thought that was funny, so I just wanted to thank her for adding a fun little phrase to my vocabulary. But you layer long johns underneath on both the tops and bottoms, and you're golden. Um, Even down here in the South, it still has a period where it gets pretty cold out here. In fact, it was just a few days ago, I actually saw a squirrel build himself his own little campfire to warm up his nuts. I swear, you just see the strangest of things out here in the woods. Today, I just wanted to get into a little bit of positivity because a lot of times on this channel, we talk about some rather dark subjects as pertain to prepping and that. But up until the time that the zombies start walking the earth, we all need to feel some sense of fulfillment within our lives. So when you were a little kid, what was that one thing that was just your passion that you absolutely love to do? And I'm not talking about what's your dream job when you grow up, because even when we're little kids, we're being indoctrinated right from the start into accepting our fate as lifelong wage slaves. But I mean, if money was never an issue, how would you be spending your time? What would you be doing? For everybody, it's different. It may be exercising, learning a musical instrument, reading, building something. I don't know. It's your thing. Are you doing that thing today? And if not, why? Think, we're here at the end of January. How many people do you think have already given up on their New Year's resolutions? Probably 95% of them. And that saddens me to hear that. People aren't doing that thing that they really know deep down inside that they have to do. Because if you know there's something that you just really need to be doing, what that is that is your soul screaming out to you, wanting you to produce something and share it with the world. You are unique. You have something unique to offer that nobody else, none of the 8 billion people out there have to offer. Only you. Nobody else can. So it's really a waste if you're not sharing that with the world, at least performing it. And again, 95% of people probably have given up already. So you can be a better performer than them, even if you really suck at whatever it is you're doing right now. If you even just show up today, you're already ahead of 95% of the people out there. Okay? That's all it takes, is just showing up every day. You'll eventually improve. You'll eventually enjoy it more as things go on and get better. Nothing happens immediately for you. I was reading an article that they're having a major problem in the Ivy League colleges because all of these students are unable to focus enough to read their textbooks that are given to them. Now, these are supposedly the best and brightest young students we have in this country, and they can't even focus enough to read their books. It's because, they've grown up their entire lives since they've been born, spending all day swiping on their phone, on social media. A little 30-second clip, and then a 30-second clip, and then a 30-second clip. And it's teaching their brains to only have to focus for a very short period of time. But to do anything worthwhile in life requires long-term focus. So we got to really watch ourselves that we're not being taken in and incidentally training our brains how to have the attention span of a Labrador. Okay? They say it's like multiple hours a day the average person spends on social media. I mean, what is that? Hours a day of just sitting there, and you know the majority of that stuff you watch is pointless. It's not helping you in any way. It's not making your life better. It's simply killing time. Now that works great for the people who are getting rich off of holding your attention, but is that what's in your best interests? I would say probably not. So my proposal is that, okay, say you're spending on average 2 hours a day on social media. Can we instead kind of cut out some of the fluff you're into and just focus on the few like really good things you watch? And then say you can cut your time on there in half, right? And then use that additional hour each day to put towards your passion, whatever that passion is. I mean, just showing up each day is going to give you something, right? And I think one thing people focus on too hard is trying to copy somebody else in that field. You know, they want to follow in somebody else's footsteps. If you're learning to play piano, you can't worry about becoming the next Mozart. Okay, the world already has one of those. We don't need another one. What we need is the next you. Okay, so let your little quirks shine through in whatever it is you like. Look at when Arnold Schwarzenegger first got into acting. Everybody told him that his accent was going to be a problem. It was not going to work for him. But his accent ended up becoming his trademark. You know, get to the chopper. I mean, it's what led to him becoming the highest grossing actor in his era. You see it even here on this channel. You know, if you had asked me or anybody who knew me 5 years ago, do they think I would be doing a social media channel in this time? And they would say, no, absolutely not. That is not Steve at all. But here it is. You know, I just started doing it and just keep showing up and keep doing it. Um, I fully acknowledge that I've got a face for radio and a voice for silent film, but we've all got to play the hand that we're dealt, whatever it is. It's you just work around it and just do it. You know, when I look back at my earliest of videos, they are cringe, man. Like I can just see how uncomfortable I was doing this. And that's totally understandable. When you do something new, you just suck at it. That's natural. But eventually with time, it gets easier and you get better at it and whatever. And that's how it is. And you learn how to put your own little individual touch on it. And you've got to let life take you whatever direction it's going to go in. You can't plan out ahead of time. This is my passion thing, and this is the exact road I'm going to go down to achieve my goals. Because it never quite works that way. You know, you always branch off this way and that or whatever. As you're going down the river, sure, you want to steer yourself clear so you don't run smack face first in any big rocks or nothing. But you still got to gently go with the flow of it as things happen. You know, if this channel just led me to where it did, it's just what happened, and I just allowed it to. And who knows, maybe it's going to send me down a different direction because I have other passions in my life besides the outdoors nature. Sure, you know, I was always going to end up living out here in the woods. It's just was always my whole life. I knew this was just going to be the thing. But I'm also really big into music theory and performance. And I've actually considered making a second channel instead of, or in addition to this one about music theory. And I'm still considering doing it because I feel like it's been like my life's work for the last 20, 30 years developing this little method of music theory instruction that's it's like my thing. And I almost feel like because I'm not sharing it with the world, it's just going to waste there inside my own head. So whatever it is, man, just let it drive you and just start doing it. And if you happen to have two different passions, find a way to blend them together and create something totally new and unique for you. If my passions are my love of nature and my love of music theory, maybe I should start writing nature music in some way. Find some way to blend it, whatever your things are. And now I'm creating something that is uniquely myself. If you want other techniques for what to do with your passion, the book I would recommend is Robert Greene's Mastery. All of his books are awesome. I personally would say that he has compiled some of the most important information in human history into his books. So if you are somebody who loves learning new things, Robert Greene is your author. Go look through his catalog of books and see if something of his speaks to you because uh, I love these things. Usually his format in the books is he'll have a chapter about some specific thing you can apply in your life, okay? And then from there, he'll give a historical example of somebody who applied that in their lives and it gave them enormous amounts of success as a result of it. And then he'll also give an example of somebody who did not follow that little rule or law and they failed spectacularly as a result. So it kind of gives you good historical examples to back up what he's saying. And then usually at the end of the chapter will be like a reversal of it. So where he'll describe where there's some instances where breaking that rule is the right thing too and how to do that. So his books are just jam packed full of information. My proposal for us today is let's show up for our passion. Whenever it is you're watching this video, today, before the day ends, find just a little bit of time and just show up for your passion. Even if it's just for a few minutes or whatever, just do something that's speaking to you. And then tomorrow, again, just show up just for a little bit of time and just make that your thing to every day. Just follow that passion to where it's going to lead you. Sure, we all got to make money. Sure, we've all got to fix the problems that come up in our lives and all this and that. But I can guarantee all of us can make the time for that thing and answer our soul's call to do what we really need to be doing.